different maps, just 4 maps in total, and Ancient was the first one they played against Astralis Talent, and they lost it 16-14. So at least they have some history and an official on this one.
Ultimate wanted info, and I'm not sure how much he got, but Furlan is rotating, so I think he's aware that there is going to be someone there with the nade cocked, and a whole squad coming their way. They've got smoke for both of the threats on this AXX, but they could lose one of them if JT's the first to peek. Floppy throws out his, JT dropping the molly back sight, and we go. The nade to soften. He's so blind and dead. It's Ultimate who's gone down as well on Temple. This is working wonderfully. The clicks are good, and they're struggling to finish off Milky. He takes 2 for the troubles. We got a 2-on-2. Bomb ticking, and both from Donut. Smoke will fade shortly. Neiman a bit loud on that. Only one heard though, so Junior still concerned about Temple. He can't focus all of his attention now on this Donut gap close, and Don't finishing their first fight, getting awkward. Floppy can't finish anyone. It's a Lehman double with the dualies. And we will see CTs get themselves off to the start they desire.
Yeah, just no info there on where both players were coming from. Turn that into a sketchy crossfire for Complexity. Very worrisome about CT, and over there towards Temple, and hey, Floppy just asking how much HP was left. Couldn't take him down. Glock bullets not getting it done. And that will be the pistol for Ago here. Now, Complexity, you went for a force buy a little bit earlier. It looks like you're going to do the same. Fang's already bought head armor. JT straight into a Mac 10 with some head armor of his own. Could get a Galil out for Grim, the same for Floppy. But if they want to keep it fast, then likely to see a bit more of the Mac 10 than the Tech 9 variety in something like this. And a timeout called immediately. You can see Mini Rocks right there having a lot of conversations. And that's going to give a chance for Complexity to actually talk through this force buy a little bit more so. So maybe a bit of a bonus for them having an extra 30 seconds just to ask the coach TC, who's got a massive smile on his face. They're having fun, Complexity. MP5 for Grim, 3 Mac 10s and a Galil for Floppy. Molly, couple of smokes, couple of flashes. They could try and biff out mid here and start to test the weak points of Ago early. We get back underway. And it's going to be straight towards B. So a set piece onto B with these SMGs could bring the bounty they're looking for.
It looks quick. They're ahead. No one's watching. Fiku's flashed. Lehman will be the first to respond, and he does with a powerful frag. JT's trying to take space and has successfully done so. He's got opportunity onto Cave. He should be dead already. And just gives it to them eventually. Bit of bomb plant down, but they probably won't be too satisfied with that one, Chad. It really did just fall apart at the seams.
That's like worst case, getting the bomb down, isn't it? Right? Like you only get 1 kill. They retain all those M4s. Right? They're looking good to carry everything forward. They could drop something over to Lehman, or now Lehman could even operate with an SMG and farm up against what should just be some... never mind. The plant has spurred Complexity into another buy. So happy to do it with Galils and the AK. That's good then. I guess they're very happy with the plant as far as all things went there. So try their luck again. But it will be a couple of rounds before we do see them get into a full buy. Light on the util. Sound like a broken record at this point, but if you're going to go for these type of buys, you're not going to have everything you need.
Yeah, let's see how this shapes up. Not much less pace in this one. We are going to see the battle for mid starting to take shape. It's Furlan that was willing to take an early glance this time around, and Fiku actually very wide on that. You might want to re-smoke mid if they want to stick around here.
They're going to have to push down to clear out pocket here. You can't just hang around. JT late is an issue. This is a hard position to smoke off the door.
Nice win. Galil the M4. And confirmation of more presence from Floppy. Now the smoke's just landed. You can see the tease through that from the safety of spawn. That does it completely lock Furlan out from the info mid.
They got everything they wanted though, right? They get the kill and they just drop back into a passive stance. So this is great stuff from Ago. Doing it by the book as Complexity are going up and over the Tetris box towards Heaven to try and take some space. Floppy gets flashed on through, clears it out, calls lane clear, but that's going to allow Furlan to cheat on over and rotate towards B. There'll be 3 here to defend right now for Ago. This is looking like another round for them.
40 seconds. Gonna have to start making a go. You got 2 flashbangs. So they really are counting on a frag, and Floppy's provided one. Lehman's gone. Grim out cave and clearing. The smokes are up, as I think the plant will be down. Nothing from Fiku to suggest otherwise. He wasn't far off there on the final few. 2 of them low. 4 on 4. This is going to be very difficult to hold that bomb.
Milky can throw a retake smoke here for cave or top ramp as well, but there goes the first flash.
Junior safe. They're all tucked in. First contact is found. Furlan, good for it. Kept level, very low HP, and Fang was the healthiest. He's gone. Milky may have done enough there. And he has just enough
Get on
time.
the defuse.
Yeah, Ultimate doesn't have a kit.
Boys, yeah, sort that one out quite quickly. It's all good. It's all good. No dramas there. There really could have been. Bomb will get defused in time. 3-0. A team flash there as well on that cave peak. That was a big drama. I think that was Grim who got flashed up by the teammate on that swing on out. So a bit of a miscomm or misunderstanding of where the flash was going to land, and that one means that he's unable to trade. The bomb going down with the pepper of the spam. And the nade helps too. And this was where you can see Grim, he was blind for a moment there off of the team flash, and it gets sketchy just because of this lack of conversation about the defuse, but it's all sorted. And well, I like Complexity because they always have guns. It means it's always interesting around here. 5 AKs this time round, light on util again, and well, if B doesn't work, try A.
It's like two polar opposites. You know, we keep seeing Ago have T sides without plants, and Cole can't seem to stop getting the bomb down. It's just the winning that they're working on.
Well, Lehman has B lane clear, so they have a very good idea it's A. This is super telegraphed right now.
It is. They don't have any denial of that CT information gathering. You could even drop a smoke early on A main.
This will just be like the pistol round, right? The 2 smokes and the go. Or maybe just the go.
Yeah, Floppy not in a position to throw the same smoke, so it might just be that go. Boost. Down. Great headshot. Fiku silences up to Milky, and his crosshair was bang on the money. A man advantage as they break through. A good angle converted off of Furlan. It was Lehman in mid that falls, and Furlan has to react accordingly. But they can count on Ultimate.
Ahead of it.
Yeah, they don't know if they're aware. They will be shortly. He does a deep sweep. It could be bad info, but posted up for that A main cross.
That's a save. It's a save. All the damage they've sustained in the previous right now, Furlan's already gone towards B. Are they thinking it's a ruse and it's all a bit of a fake? Or are they just genuinely holding on to what they've got right now? Furlan very inquisitive, Ultimate the same.
I have a feeling Ultimate just didn't see anyone. Yeah, he's coming back now. It's a bit late now. And they're walking Temple now. Ultimate just kept in the dark. The cut of the noise, and now the cut of his head.
Boys, you got to get the bomb down still. That's a key right now. Furlan can just win the round by staying alive. Very sketched out at Complexity. They're so worried about what Furlan could be, and it makes sense because everybody kind of just disappeared on the map in unison.
Yeah, very, very odd turn of events. We've had a couple of odd ones over the course of this series, but I can't help just by reading the in-game body language, like Ultimate did his sweep, pushed out through the CT smoke, and had nothing to report. Absolutely nothing, and may have lulled him into a bit of an early rotate B, just by virtue of these boys chilling and indeed killing. You can see Floppy hitting those good shots there. Ultimate completely booked. By the time he returned, they've taken that space, taken some initiative, and will take their first round.
Let's see if I can fix this pickle I've just put us in, Alex?
It's all right. I mean, I appreciate you being proactive. We have got a black monitor as it stands.
Wait, it's just the power cable. I'm trying to...
Smashing it.
Wait, maybe it's the power cable. Hold up. There we go. Look at that. And upright.
Beautiful.
What angle would you call that? About a 35?
35.
Yeah, definitely not a 45.
Far from it.
Not 90 degrees either.
But we can't show the public that we're looking at screens.
What else do we look at?
Well, exactly. I was being facetious.
Oh, remember when they asked us what we wanted it, and I had this massive thing on an arm with 7 different monitors, like what the Lewis sent us yesterday. Yeah. That's what I want. I want a full command center in front of me with all the different screens. Yeah.
They've got 4 CTs in middle with their USPs. It was Furlan maintaining his rifle, and he's actually going to be leading the pack. So, yeah, this position from Fang is going to be the be-all and end-all. Should he go down?
More worried for Grim here.
Interesting. Maybe Grim walks in, but it's Fang. And there's Grim. All right, dealt with. Finding all of the CTs, and a nice quick second added to their total.
Beautiful stuff there. So starting to get something done now on this T side from Complexity here. We just will keep that bar set at 5 or 6 for them. Not needing to get too ambitious about things here. And while they're trending in that direction, they can win this, then they can force Ago back down towards an eco round. No defuse kit into round number 6. A FAMAS for Milky. They do have plenty of smokes, 5 of which, but only 2 incendiaries, only 1 flash, only 1 HE. So in terms of the util, this time it's light on for Ago, whereas that's been the case for Complexity throughout the early stages of this first half. Default spread again. Fang towards mid, Grim towards A, Tag towards Fiku. And he's already putting his haunches here, having a drop on back passive in B.
Wallbangs are good here. Nice lineup and execution. It's Leeman that catches Floppy.
It's for free as well, right? Because it's spam just one way through. The silence down 4, lots of damage done. Floppy has to sit and wait for the next minute and 20 seconds right now. And sure, they did tag Fiku up, but look how passive he's playing on B. He's no longer a liability. If you get low like this early, keep yourself alive. You're still a number on the board. They can't manufacture a 4-on-4. It has to be played out like a 5v4. Now that util, just one smoke for Milky here and retain that for as long as he can. He's in a highly susceptible position. 2 Molotovs. Speaking of mollies, Cutout has been mollied back. Fang starting to get aggressive here. The double peek and well, Furlan gets one for free. It wasn't wide from the swing from Grim. Now it's a 3-on-5.
Yeah, still grounds for a bit of interest here. If JT can kick that bomb towards the pack, doesn't want to lose it here on his duel with Leeman. Loud as Grim is coming for them. Flash, burned, frags, nice execution. They've managed to claw one back. And this is going to be the commit. Smoke cave, it's very, very brutal to run through, but you can prioritize short side.
Junior can flash. Well, they're just going to go.
Straight through in an easy collection. Milky has got this one on lock. Junior has made it interesting. Bomb plant potentially denied. Fiku unable to find the feet. Furlan.
Oh!
Just been beheaded. Nice from Grim.
He can reposition now.
Very interesting. He's got space to maneuver, and Junior down. They'll have to check ramp. Oh, they didn't. And now a 1v1 established. He can play the time, play the game. Ultimate's holding it. Playing around with the scope, trying to bait him in, and does get his opportunity. Grim wide enough to miss it. And now, the Glock to finish. Nice work from Grim. That's 4 frags from Grimothy. Big frags.
My heart just skipped a bit when he re-picked like that. That's crazy to go for that repick against an AWPer right there. He picks it up, sure, just gets it done. And this is the wall bang that you get with the X-ray vision.
Predator vision.
This was good to find, and that was actually the way back into the round. Lehman maybe overstaying his welcome, especially after that second killer come on through on towards Fang from Furlan. The Fs are really tripping me over right here.
But this re-peek.
It's crazy, right? Yeah. It gets him just as he taps the bomb, but that was almost simultaneous here. Back down towards the pistols, and 3 nades lined up for this B ramp. Wait for any contact, drop them in, see what you can find. And if they don't spot, you can nade off that back wall to land on Fang's position here.
Or they'll nade deep. And it's led to the demise of Floppy. Fang farms, and it was Junior to steal 1 of his 4. We are good to go. And
poor Floppy, man. Spammed it 1 round, the next naded and then just pushed by pistols. He's not going to have any of the fun here.
Don't forget that pistol where he was in a 1v2 and got them both to 4 HP. Not ideal. This is, though, a CT with no armor and no gun in his hands. You can't ask for an easier frag. Fang's little stat padder here. But that's the 4th already in the bank for complexity. Bit of a gimme.
We know double AWPs was something that Ago was rocking on Mirage. They used it on Dust 2 a little bit as well. I'm not sure how viable it is on a map like Ancient if you want to play aggressive. If you're happy to sit back and allow 1 AWP to play Donut and 1 AWP to maybe play back of the B lane or Temple like we see Brokey play a lot, then that's all right? You could do it. But then the executes become a little bit more potent. You're not fighting for the mid control as much. Complexity, you get that for free. So it definitely can work. But I'm just curious to see how they deploy it. You can also put an AWP in cave. I think that's a pretty good peak to get, especially early while they're trying to cross on up towards the heaven ledge position. But they have gone for the double AWP. So this is curious. Ultimate and Milky whipping them out. Kit in the hands of Furlan. Util, bit skimp again here. So there you go, haven't had a full buy in, I want to say, the last 4 rounds.
They're coming into Milky's domain. Maybe that AWP will be enough to get the early info and play some fallback AWP. And God, this is quick. This is really quick, and it's the end of Grim. Is that the cancel call? More util implies it's not. Potential boost. Milky's forced to wait. Cannot get that info. Cannot slow Complexity's crawl just yet. Furlan, though, smoked off for now.
They're going to fade, though. They need to plan, and soon. Like, they should have planted 5 seconds ago.
AT, you're going to be vulnerable to one of CT or Donut, both fading in unison. No one to punish him, CT elbow. And no plants, so Furlan more passive in nature.
So what now? You've hit pause, everybody's kind of just chilling.
You haven't got anything other than Junior's smoke. He could throw it out from... Oh,
well, that helps.
Thanks. Thanks.
We'll take that. And a gap being flirted with here. If JT gets this one, this round could be back on. Otherwise, we didn't see him, or we did.
Confirmation, there's one across, and he's so low now. Furlan, his existence is crucial. 5 HP, and you're going for the plant. You're surely a dead man. You're not dead at all, actually. JT's got it down, but this retake is one hell of a round.
Fang's lurk. He needs to take out Furlan, and fast.
Wow, first step there, and if he can get around Red Room, Vico on notice. Floppy's provided another, and they're doing it. Complexity 3, still standing, changed by ultimate as he does pop off with
Planted for him, though.
a double. Milky looking to go defuse in front of him. And Fang.
10-second defuse.
Fang.
10-second defuse.
Fang. Makes the shot, needs to stop the defuse, and it does fall apart. It's ultimate in the end that pulls it across the line for the squad. 4 kills on that AWP, and all in quite quick succession at the end there.
I don't think I've ever quite seen a standoff on A like that before. I like the idea. It allowed Fang to work and come in with the lurk right here, but it was very stop-start, and it was mainly stop, right? They had so much space, and I think they were expecting an overpeak from Ago, but they gave them all the room they were looking for. I still can't believe JT got the bomb down in that moment.
You know, like, I still don't know from a casting perspective what to expect with those wallbang smoke sprays, because sometimes, you know, you watch Cadian yesterday.
Easy.
It's just, it's like a guarantee. And then JT with 5 HP gets away with it. Junior might not get away from that. Does. Grim, one and done. This is sketchy. And it continues to be very aggressive. Ago, they just want to fight. They just want to biff. They heard of Famas Cave. Maybe Fiku's M4 will be an extra. Bait and switch. He reloads, trying to force a fight.
With 2 in cave right now, the best play, if they were... Oh, they should identify it. Oh, they've actually gone for the Famas spam here. So I was going to say, if they've identified that 2 players are in cave, it would be great to smoke off cave and try and make you out B ramp. But the rotation from Ultimate's here now, and Milky can actually play in swing. So the util is coming in. There might be a reaggress into JT's position.
It looks like it's taking shape. Oh, sound cue's heard. And a wallbang spray. The counters there. Fiku punishes Floppy through the boards.
Another rough death for Floppy here. He's just really copping him, isn't he?
Oh, they're doing it again, Chad. They're willing to completely rest on ultimate to defend this site.
Retake too. So another plant likely here for Complexity is now the reaggressors in middle. Fiku and Lehman just walking around the map and giving up a kill. Make it 2 for Fang.
That's going to change the whole round now. Ultimate's left B. It's wide open, and Fang just in mid. Catches an AWP bullet, but B open for business. Pieces moving around. That 4 HP on Junior's plant. Oh, it could have been a drive-by. Still can be. He hears the presence on long side. Junior just needs to bide time for JT to stop this hunt, and a bit of damage done. Milky not got the weapon for the job. Junior just survival. And oh, wow, wide swing. Missed shot from Milky. JT here behind, and Milky's looking the wrong way.
I guess we can thank Fang for that one, can't we? The fact that he gets 2 kills, there's so much reaggression out of Ago, and like they're just constantly looking for information there. So yeah, Floppy gives away 1, trying to spam on through the boards. Cops that death, and
it was like it was almost deliberate. Like he made those steps and just turns around. Yeah, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but Floppy spraying in response to those sound cues. Great work from Fang. That's not the first time we've seen him turn rounds around from his mid-arrivals, and we're only 8 rounds in.
Really good stuff from JT here. Essential double from him as well. So able to keep them in it, getting up to 5 now, and another eco likely for Ago here as they have just lightly invested some Deagles, some P250, some Kevlar, a couple of HEs, and a timeout called this time by Complexity. The early timeout that we had came from Ago, which was surprising to see, but they did convert off the back of it. There's been so many rounds where Complexity have been getting into these sites so far. Not flush for cash by any means. Junior with 5.3 at the high end. At the low end, it's Floppy with 2K. Had 7 times his old Floppy.
But yeah, 5 plants. We've had 50% of these rounds with a bomb down. It's credit to Complexity, or also maybe a statement about Ago and their approach on the CT side.
One of the cool things to note here that Complexity have been doing is when the double mollies come into mid, and we saw it in the previous round, they throw that really safe smoke, and that meant that Grim could hide in it and Junior was able to manufacture a line. So if the CTs wanted to swing before they smoked it off completely, that's a chance to find a pick. Something which is kind of cool, because remember early days of Ancient, we had Hampus. Once it would be the deep smoke and the close molly, they'd boost over that smoke and they'd be able to see up towards ledge. But if this is a B execute, which is looking very likely now with all the Dougs in the right places, just Fang in mid, 4 towards B. Fang needs to make sure he doesn't go too far, right? Because they're giving an AK over into enemy hands by clearing out red room against pistols. This is already very risky.
Oh, he's going to be pulled in by that sound and not going to clear his corner. Oh, come on now. Oh, ultimate has been forgiven. Fiku gets an AK into his hand. Maybe Furlan with his Kevlar vest could be a good target for that juggle.
Could be a Save right now.
Yeah.
That's like Target, the posh name for Target. Do you have Target in the UK?
Target, no.
You don't have Target?
We don't have a Target.
Okay, well, I know Target, they have Target in America, and Australia we have Target.
Someone corrected me as well on Twitter that apparently the UK now stocks and sells cookie dough.
Oh, really? Well, it's been a while since you've been home, so
yeah, I mean,
it's
like,
no surprise that you missed out on it.
In 2014.
When you were going to British supermarkets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't been to one in a while.
All right.
Okay, well, 6. The bar has been reached. Now, how far can we push it? Complexity looking great, and this is what Kasab was saying yesterday. He said he watched the T side of Ancient where they thought they would do some good work, and they did. And this time round, it hasn't necessarily been just clutches, but there have been some awkward mid-rounds that have played on out in the early stages of this one. But if Complexity continue at this pace, it's not going to be easy for Ago whatsoever. I'm curious to see what Ago have in store for their T-side. I'm sure we have some extremely nerdy, different lineups and util sets to come on out here. Not out here is going to have a field day.
Yeah, that is going to be fun. I was worth highlighting as well that with Cole already 6 rounds to the good, this is exactly how the frag distribution can and should look, bar Floppy perhaps, who's been having a rough go of things with some of his deaths. But yeah, 11 frags for Grim and Fang a pair. Deep smoke well ahead, and Ultimate's trying to be a very flamboyant AWP with a quick flick shy. 2 shots taken, no punishment. He's actually taken one down. Grim in mid meets Ultimate's AWP. JT taking and surging into the cave position, won't check Fiku, should be traded. A single bullet is all he needs, and there's more to come. Reloading in the face of danger. Did he get the info? The answer's no. Fang is so good at threading into these little gaps. Smoke, speaking of gaps, does have one. Ultimate going to be staring at that. The util draws attention away, and Ultimate swats Fang. Call it 6-5. 1 back for the CTs.
I think Ultimate needs to give a bit of a high five to Lehman right there, because he put his life on the line to make sure that Ultimate could get away. And sure, it wasn't going to be easy. This one right here, essential as part of that. But Lehman stepping out. It's all right, mate. Get on out of here. Puts his body on the line, jumps on the grenade, and well, ultimately the one to close out the round. So bouncing back are Ago, and one more of those and Complexity's money is going to be in a rougher position, at least for a conversation. Difference
in mid here. And Junior's managed to catch Ultimate.
That's the pick, right? That's that smoke to extinguish and able to find that pick. So great stuff.
Man, brave JT booked. And they can't overcommit with that bomb, so they are going to completely forego any sort of lane info. And with Fiku already poking and prodding, this is, yeah, okay, this makes more sense. They are actually coming back.
They still have 3 smokes left over, right? So they could smoke off cave, they could smoke long and short over towards the B bomb site, molly towards wood. They could even molly the pillar.
So mobile. Like, Fiku was pushed ramp. Now he's gone all the way back to red room. He could have had this info. Instead, wants to gather the info off that. Lehman flashes the entire squad, unbeknownst to him.
They are playing retake A, right? So they're in the dark as far as what's in A main. But this is a good position for Lehman here. He is on his lonesome. We'll have to just sit back and wait. And it's a contact play.
Just charging in. This is a hard clear. Done so. Not known to be an AWPer is Furlan. Still finds Junior nonetheless. Lots of nades on Grim. He can completely deny that CT walk up. And continues to do it with bullets and smokes alike. One slips through. It's Fiku and denies. Makes it interesting. 2v2. Kits are present. Smoke as well for Furlan if he could just get through cave. Fang to be cleared. Fang the closer. Barrel bait. Oh, didn't do his due diligence, and that should be the round. Fiku. Kit short. But down to 10 HP, and Fang's got this one every day of the week. Complexity, they're going to get some bonuses here on the T side. Just picking them apart and putting the CTs into a weird stance. 4.3 on the high end.
Yeah, it could be one of these situations right now where, yeah, you do just go for a buy, right? You get MP9s where you can't get rifles or FAMASs instead. And the reason is because now that they've got 7, they're going to start, oh, they missed the run boost. Oh, that's a great replay. That run boost to get him up towards the ledge position quite quickly. You could see there just on the dismount from the top of the head, he slipped forward and actually straight in towards the AWP. So a little bit of a boo-boo right there for Ago, but they're trying to battle back. Fiku's gone with a Hero M4. There's some light investments. JT, quick as you like, up over mid-control has been garnered right now, and they can take space towards Donut. It's just going to be Ultimate and the Deagle, with Milky taking A main.
It's all on Ultimate, really.
Oh, this is perfect. They just go straight up through the red house here. They've avoided any CTs. It's just Floppy and Junior who have to batten down the hatches and let these other three work.
This is brilliant.
Are they going to account for Milky's push, though? He's already in T-spawn.
If you're Lee, man, you are going to have a look. You know it's open, but 3 when you round this corner, he's going to have a panic attack or a bullet to the head.
Junior turned it around too. Great stuff. Handled. Taking care of business here. It is just Furlan, and it is just a USP after all. Tap, tap, taparoo. Can't get the kill, but JT will. And 8 rounds now. This is beautiful. 1.5. What do you think? 9 or 10?
Something in my waters is saying 10. They have got double orbs.
Does feel like 10, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, just caught a little glimpse there on Fiku looking for that aggression. And this is one of the things you can do, right? Almost similar to what Heroic would do in a Complexity yesterday. Heroic would hit the brakes and Complexity would re-aggro into them. Waco have done the same. So really trying this one on for size R Complexity. 4 towards A. Very clear indication. Flash, Milky running. Has to dip and dodge out of town.
It's his perception, his call that will lead to a rotate. It does look like he's summoned Ultimate with Lee-Man over mid, so he will have some support, and this is a great opportunity for the Orps to fill the feed prior to the util bloom. Double molly. This is definitely the indication of a commit. Milky hits the reaction speed test. It's not going to work out for a second. So they're in. Lee-Man makes no secret of his presence. Re-smoking Donut is good, but the bomb's still not down. They've got loads of time to find this one. But what is going on there? Ultimate with a quick one.
Grim's flank is everything. I don't think they've accounted for this right now. If he can take Ultimate out, then Floppy can activate.
Oh, what a huge gap he's thread. He's not considered it, and a quick one from Grim keeps us interested. They walking through that Donut smoke. Floppy counting on Grim to strike in unison. This actually could work out well for them. Oh, didn't see him. Looked the wrong way. They were back to back, face to face, and finished by Fiku onto Floppy, 8-6.
It's just some of these re-aggressors right here from Ago that are catching you off guard because they've just pushed out like into the lion's den essentially here. They've established where Grim is and they've gone, okay, well, we know where he is. Let's try and isolate the fight onto Floppy coming out of main, and it's actually profited because Grim's not expecting that type of a push, right? He would be assuming that they're going to stay over there towards Donut, but this is a great round from Ultimate here. That's his 14th kill. Beautiful stuff. Impact being felt from the AWPer. And one more to make it an 8-7.5. Both teams with decent buys for the final round. This is looking very B-heavy from both.
It is. They're going to have a 2-man cave setup. A good find from Lee-Man. It's Floppy that overcomes the odds, overcomes the numbers, and they actually does hit the flash. Had he swung, that was a third sitting white screen. But now Furlan is tucked, and Ultimate just activates for 1.5. Uncleared is Furlan as he gets a double, maybe even the triple. The crosshair was on Junior. One cave he knows, the other working on a fast flank. So close the whole time. Junior's got a couple of clutches in him so far. Let's see if he can add another one to the tally. All of those bullets just leaving the mag. He's got 10 bullets left, couple less. Trying to find the jewel. Furlan gives him space.
Can't scope.
No, it's going to be the quickie. Hard right clear. Lovely. 8-7. The CTs do manage to find the necessary rounds. I don't think that's too hyperbolic. Let's get into the break. We're going to take a quick one. You can too. Grab yourself a snack, get hydrated, and we'll be back to see as XCOM Ago look to pick up their first map win of ESL Pro League.
Hey Future Pros, Taking mid as a T can open so many options while playing Ancient. Throwing mid smokes from spawn is quick, but also
They have shown great outings on their T side, but unlike yesterday, they look to put up a CT defense against Ago, who turned heads with multiple overtimes. Let's see if these individuals can keep on kicking. Ultimate has shown us some multi-frag madness. We're getting some re-aggression or aggression on aggression coming out of Ago throughout. I'm joined by Alex Machine Richardson, and we're about to get this one underway with round number 16.
All right, tease. Let's get what Ago have got, or let's see what Ago have got in store for us on Ancient T side. They're usually pretty damn well refined and geeky about their executes. Don't know if there's going to be too much of that, even though there is significant util. And Viku just released his smoke.
Top mid smoke there, nice and deep. Gonna keep Floppy at bay here.
This is cool. This is very standard, I suppose.
It's a split straight into Donut, and there's two players here.
Yeah, Grim and Fang, either side, standing to deliver on either side up the cuboid, and now the flank from Floppy. That's a quick one. That's a convincing one. Damn, well caught by Rushley, our observer for the day.
Yeah, that was a good camp to show both players in Donut there, and it felt like Complexity in both of their CT side pistols have had a very good read in exactly what Ago are going to do. So well handled. The fact they had two players Donut and one over towards A as well, and a player top mid, right? They were playing retake B. So that was the perfect pistol to play against that type of maneuver.
And the fact that they're running throughout, it just confirms all of your suspicions in your setup. Like, it's just like, everybody, we got it right.
I'm curious as to what the thought process is. By pushing players back from cave on the CT side, you're putting them closer to where they need to be to rotate to the other side. So I guess they just wanted to show presence, but because they weren't given a fight, they weren't given anything, it was more in nature as opposed to what the end result is meant to be. But this is very, very slow. And these little Glock rounds, as we get Furlan playing in the Predator position, just tucked up in the bushes. Oh, he's going to get a couple friends. Sliding on up. Now, this type of round here, you just wait, you bait out all that CT utility, get them to burn through it, make sure that they have to reinvest it in the following round. But Floppy, he's fed up with that. In Valorant, the rounds play a little bit quicker, so he's over towards T-Spawn, hanging out in the water.
Yeah, well, he has definitely made a statement that you cannot come back. Won't stop him trying, maybe, Furlan considering it, and watching for that Floppy push.
I thought you meant back to Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
They're all coming back.
They are. We got a couple of the goodies back. Not sure which one I'm most excited for. I haven't got to see it automatic yet. I'm very excited to see if he's able to recover.
For me, if EG just fall flat at this event, I think I'm done.
You give him
one of the last believers.
Event?
No, it's not one event. You know, they had Blast earlier in the year, right? I'm giving them two.
Okay.
Right. So when I think about this team, I still have a bit of faith that the individual they're not aged out. I don't think. Right. The biggest thing is 3 of them have won a major, and 2 of them I think are still very talented, but we just don't see it. So if it's a work ethic or a passion thing, right? Maybe it's more the passion as opposed to, I'm sure they're doing the work. Then that for me, it's like, well, I've got to close the curtain because there's no fresh blood. There's nothing to get excited about for the future. You know what I mean?
All of that there here in Cole.
Yeah.
You know, Grim just got the olive branch into Pro CS through Liquid, and they didn't see him. Fang. They crouch nicely, evades with it and handles business. Means we maintain a 5v5, and the bomb's loose towards middle side. It is a 2-man stack on either side. Oh, loud. Floppy knows. This is just going to be a trap that springs to life and action, and both round the corner looking left. That is the embodiment of unprepared.
Well, if you do your pre-fires, you got to jiggle the top ramp first, then you got to worry about Polly's pocket, and then it's the close right. So maybe they have to get back in the Y-Prax or the refrags. But out towards A, Milky's found some space. Furlan hoping he doesn't get caught in his, and 45 seconds remaining on the clock here. They can still do this.
Oh, they could have. It's a big find from Grim, because that would have been space. Could have surged into Donut. Ultimate could have pushed into that Donut position as well.
Maybe feeling a bit like a Donut right now.
Certainly. Well, a little sprinkle from Ultimate. Takes down Fang, and he's trying to make sure that they keeps the B feet planted as Furlan pokes and prods.
Surely they're glazed here, though.
Definitely. Oh, dear.
That's like a teaspoon of cinnamon.
He's glazed and confused.
They actually are turning this 2v5 around.
Very much so. Ultimate's still here, and he's healthy. Trying to regroup and retool. They're so paranoid about Donut. Look at that.
Is this a classic complexity drop of the ball? How many of these do we need to see?
Don't speak too soon. It does look like Ultimate's booked him. He may not expect a second, and that was Junior. Eventually gets it across the line, but at a heavy price. If Furlan isolates, drops off the box, and ooh, they're both low. Nice play from Furlan. What a recovery for Ego, but the ball firmly slipping out of their hands.
I think if your team is owned by the Dallas Cowboys, you should have better ball handling skills than that. Why are we giving away gifts?
It was a lovely find. Baits the shot, finds Fang on a quick jiggle, and the rest just falls into place. Furlan with a much-needed fight onto Grim, and that was when Chad started to realize the stars were aligning. Furlan actively taking that duel, not going to go messing around with it too much.
We're not. We'll save it for Kassad and Yanko. That's where they get to have fun. I'll allow them to have fun with stuff like that. Okay, pistols. Not at dawn, at about 2 p.m. Actually, what is the time?
How close were you?
2:16. Pretty close.
Yeah, it's actually good perception of time.
Well, Ego, if they're able to get back into this, that is the lifeline they needed. They have just been given an absolute gift. An absolute gift. This should be 9. Then we'll see the guns come out again for complexity. You win that if you're Ego, you're back in the game. You're tied up. You're going to be looking at more pistols for the North Americans.
Ego, no stranger to slipping up themselves, though. Maybe one back could be available. It doesn't look like they're going to be walking into that trap. Junior hoping he goes uncleared with his P250, but it should just be a case of walking in as a unit. Smokes in mid, we'll keep Fang and Grim there.
This is nice. They can take some space, clear out close. The thing is, if they walk in towards either Red House or Donut, these pistols could be good for one on the fade.
Yeah, he's a bit suspicious, is Grim.
Seen something.
Yeah, and actually gets the instant headshot. Good trade, but they are now rumbled and charging into way. The rotate will be on its way. It's Fang for the late Donut arrival. Doesn't get the fight. Fiku allowed to set up, and it does look like this one would need some heroics out of that Desert Eagle. Floppy has one too. Might just try his hand at a similar maneuver.
Yeah, with no Donut pressure or presence whatsoever here, they can really just batten down the hatches and focus towards CT and Temple, and they're starting to sniff out the fact that A-main could be a possibility, but Fang looking to hold on to his pistol. Junior and Floppy, I'm sure they want to do the same. That's a nice shot out of Floppy there. But that's all it's going to be, just a shot. They don't really have a chance in this round to remain. More damage looking to be done, but the bullets are shy for Floppy now, and Lehman, Fiku, and Furlan all to tuck on back. They don't need to go any further. They don't need to push past the magic line drawn in the sand. Fang can be thrust forward here with the CZ, and does get a kill. Gets an AK and gets away. So they get a Galil and an AK out of this, and that's great stuff as far as the round is concerned. But Ego should have no dramas with the rebite.
We get our junior AWP back out. 9 to 10. So far, an 8-7 half continues to be neck and neck into our second. Complexity, sure, picking up the pistol and its second conversion, but right back with 2 Ego rounds on this T side. A drop ball, as Chad put it. Complexity gonna see this gap closing. Donut smoke cocked.
Yeah, throwing it in a bit of a different way as to how we've seen it highlighted in the Hey Future Pros video. In the air, Fang will be smoked out of position here. One from Floppy dropped as well. So if they do want to come up and over, he can turn his attention to one of the 2 sides. And they are attempting now to retake this B lane. Junior's very passive, Fang also with no info, and JT looking to respond here. The spam through from Floppy. He needs to be careful about this because he's the only one on the B bomb site right now. Everybody else has left him hanging.
God, he is completely on a little desert island. Nothing but a palm tree for company.
And no utility. Just the one flash. That is not going to stall anybody out. Oh, they've just cleared mid. Here comes the rotation. Junior's on his way. JT pushing mid. Grim pushing A main. Fang coming too. They know exactly where this is going down.
They took their sweet time, didn't they? Yeah, look how quick he's coming behind them. Whose responsibility is that? It's Lehman. He's just looked away. There's 5 backs turned as it stands and sprays into 1.5. Swung on for more damage. Finished now. Looks great for Complexity. Junior is going to go down, but the Cubby's good for 1. It's Fiku.
Not bad in the clutch, is he?
He isn't. And this is a 1v2. Ooh, with an awkward exposed angle. He gets away with it, gets his molly down. Fang has to respect it, but flanked as well. Adjusts into Grim. He's letting it slip.
Molly spreads!
And that's the end of that. Fiku, 4K total, goes clutch. Oh, that will hurt Complexity. That is going to leave a mark. And they are completely broke. 3 players unable to provide a buy. Timeout immediately, TC. And I'm not talking tactical coach. Control.
Boys!
Yeah.
Boys!
The spread is just the meme on top of the meme cake.
You lost to 2 on 5, and now this.
Oh, it's just the worst case scenario. And you know, Grim just probably didn't put too much thought into it. Fiku hits it on a quick switch, and you can see he almost looked surprised himself. He's like in shock. Wow, 10-10. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about these rounds that Complexity are losing here. Absolute gifts, as they do send 3 over towards B, and that's where all 5 of ACO are heading straight
away.
Quick smart.
Yeah, this
triple boost here. Had Liquid do this the other day, but to greater success. Here they come. This is over. They're all dead.
JT's making it interesting for just a moment, but a couple of Deagles rotating in. They've got some Kevlar to at least have a biff. Oh, that's more than a biff. That's a buff. Furlan gone. Fang hits it, and another from Grim, making this round interesting. Redemption on the cards. Can Grim hit the second of the agenda? Lehman sticking around on the pillar. He wants the head-to-head and takes it. Not afraid. Not fearful of that Grim one bang.
Wow. Okay, well, it got interesting. It should not have been that sketchy. Once that triple boost was established there, you think that they should have just been able to deal with it, but the meat cleaver of JT grabbing 2, and it made it interesting with a couple of nice shots. JT, right, you can see here, just boom. Couple shots to the body right there, getting it done. Scorcher here from Grim gets him up to 20 kills, but this now feels how Mirage felt with Na'Vi yesterday. AGO are in control of the game now, right? There was a couple of opportunities that Na'Vi had dropped, and then AGO got themselves up to like a 14 to 11 scoreline, something like that, and then Na'Vi had to battle back in. Well, we aren't at that point just yet, but it feels like Complexity have to battle back in. It feels like they have to pull up their socks. How can you have such a great T side, and then the CT side, you've dropped the ball in 2 of the most key rounds so far? Because realistically, both of those should have been theirs. The 2 on 5 and the round where it's a B exec, and they knew that it was B. Like that's you have to convert those. You're not winning games without rounds like that.
I mean, this is competition, and unforced errors going to be punished by the very best. Furlan spotted, and whoa, Grim loses his head.
Might be a save already.
Could be. Spotted Donut as well. Furlan, he's got so much room. Look at that molly into CT. You are going to be sitting there staring at it, a little intimidated. They are willing to give it a look.
It took A with 3 players. They still have 2 on the lurk. There's no way Complexity win this round.
They're going in. Trying to clear the site, and it's just too easy for Milky. Carl running out of shot options. It's JT and Fang that proposed something, in fact, equalizing. Lehman's flank does look like a round winner. Nothing considered. Junior down, not going to let him disappear as JT has into the site. A hard clear onto Ultimate, but jumps to evade the final bullet of the spray. And that's one way to finish. Ultimate puts one into his teammate, but we do see AGO extend their lead. 2 rounds separating the 2.
Yeah, great round, Furlan. Cop this. Bang. Just making sure they're able to convert that one here, but back down to pistols again for Complexity. And let me just check what that third map is, because after they picked up Dust 2, I didn't think we'd be going all the way to Vertigo, which is the necessary third. Here we go again. Complexity, you've shown some prowess on the pistols, but you haven't been able to land that finishing blow. Ultimate posted up mid. If Fang wants to swing, he should be dead to rights. The jump, the spot, the shot, and he is across, but Milky, he'll mop any miss that could have come on through. Eagle bullets not landing. Another kill for Milky. The spam at range doesn't land. An Ultimate with another miss, but not the end of the world. And we see, a 2 on 3.
Junior's, just by catching Lehman's progression, has managed to keep, backs turned, and very quick flank from Grim.
There's an AK here for him to grab, right? So if he scoops this and goes Tetris, he'll actually be here before a lot of the members. Now, this is awkward.
Very awkward. He heard him and eliminates the threat. They know that that was just a fake smoke, or do they?
They should.
Grim piecing it together now. They're up. Flashes indicate a commit. Junior's just going to wait it out. Counting on Grim to find a way into the site. He is to be checked.
Great molly. That's just going to buy so much time now as the bomb ticks down. Junior's also behind a smoke here. This perfect util.
No kits, so any util just to delay the arrival of Grim is perfect. He feels so seen, so spotted, and this is going to have to be an instant headshot.
Junior has to activate. If they want to go for this, Junior has to go first.
Edge of the smoke too much. Junior's just biding time in that cave position. Got nothing to contribute, and Ago will ascend to a 3-round discrepancy.
Yeah, see what I'm saying about that yesterday's game against Na'Vi? It feels so similar. It feels so similar because like Ago now are in the driver's seat as far as this T side goes. Think about the rounds that they've won, right? They've won 2 rounds they shouldn't, and then they've just had that round where they walk out onto A and they punish the site. That one there really, really stings because now Grim, when he smokes off A main, he has to be wary of pushes throughout, which is going to mean Fang is likely now going to be more keen to assist the A bomb site. Complexity need to take control back. They need to set the tone, set the pace somehow. Extinguish there from Fang is going to obscure his vision. We'll have to play around this. Aggressive B lane smokes as well as Floppy in cave, JT site, Junior in swing, and just caught off guard. Not ready for it at all.
He caught off guard. That is a lot of space to be taken as well as a man advantage. Fang gone. And they left the bomb in spawn, deliberately or otherwise. They will scoop that up and start to regroup.
This is perfect now. Number advantage, regroup, go for an execute. Simple. Don't need to overthink this, right? And they're going all the way back towards A. They know that Fang is the donut player. So likely him out of the equation. That means Grim could be on his lonesome. JT is just passive red house. There's so many gaps that have been possible during all of this. They have to be scared of everything.
This is the make or break for Cole, though. They love to get the info back quick. I don't know if Ultimate or Floppy got that, though. So now the rotate's on its way to A, and Ultimate's caught that info finder. Floppy gone. Ultimate clawed out of the round by Junior, and
That's a big one.
Great pick from Grim. He's actually made it interesting because he now holds Temple. It's his domain. Bomb trying to crawl in. With the donut smoke, it should be able to go down. Oh, unless Grim had hit that. Leeman's gone too. Big box clear, swinging in to deny. It's a wide one from Fiku. Does finish it off. And he could have finished the round. JT was right behind him. Fading smoke. Junior to come up clutch. He does have the smoke in the kit. To clear close left, the first objective. Furlan, not sure. Barrel betrays him. One more now. Fiku to find it. Knows he was around that big box in sight position. He could be donut. Junior's committing to this consideration.
Calling the bluff. Huge from Fiku.
Smoke would have sold it. Oh, Junior, he's just going to get sprayed in the back here. Easy as that. Easy as pie. Fiku extends. And we go to 14.
Kid's been great in the clutch.
Hasn't he?
The only one where he had egg on his face was the Dust 2 fall off, right? Where he didn't have enough time and he rotated around the world here. But everything else has been great from Fiku in the clutch. He's always been involved in a lot of these. When we think about the Na'Vi one yesterday, he was involved in that 2v5 situation. I think they had a 2v4.
Yeah, milking Fiku, yeah.
Similar scenes today here, him having a big one. And at the moment right now, Complexity, they're in the bin. They are absolutely in the bin right now. They cannot buy max loss bonus, not enough on the CT side to get a purchase. It'll have to be another light investment. They'll have to now defend against 15. So it's overtime, likely secured for Ago as a minimum. And the map is feeling like theirs. Remember, this is Complexity's pick. Vertigo next. Going to a third. Ago showing that they're here to play.
Are Complexity the only team that are winning more rounds on their T side than their CT on Ancient?
That's a great question. We'd need somebody like Petter from HLTV.org to get on that, and it depends on the sample size we have as well. But in the 2 days that we've just seen, their T side has been good, right? It has been good.
How was their CT versus Heroic?
Not good at all.
2 rounds out of 10.
Yeah, that one was rough to watch. That's when they kept doing the re-aggressors, and Heroic would just stand and wait.
Which is
similar to what's happening here.
Similar to what's happening here.
Yeah. Well, I like this. Minirox has taken a timeout on the back of the Complexity timeout, so he can really set the tone of this, right? You've just decided, all right, boys, Cole, this is what we're going to do. We're going to approach the round with a half buy, and they've gone, all right, well, this is how we're going to respond. So questions to be asked and answered by both teams right now. This would be the first map that this 5-man starting roster for Ago have won. And to be fair, they've only played 4. This would be the 5th, right? But it'd be the first out of the 5.
Floppy's alone right now. Oh, and they do jump straight through the smoke. It was a perfect opportunity for the 5-7 to snap ahead. But yeah, Ago are ahead for a 15th here.
Very unorthodox approach to go up against pistols, to just leap in through a smoke into B. So potentially that's what the coach just chipped in with, because the fact that you're doing that immediately tells you you've decided upon something.
You just want to plant on A.
Yeah, so look, educated guess, and coming for this, 2 Cave, 2 CT.
Ultimate's late on his lane sweep, so he won't be able to stop them occupying Cave. Confirmation by Milky. He needs to play his life now. He's low and very vulnerable to those dual Berettas. I take it back. Grim has to watch as this 15th is secured. And yeah, I mean, you know, you've had your finger on the pulse of this game, Chad. You bang on the money. The complexity slip-ups have haunted them into the CT half. And I mean, we said they got 2 rounds in 10 up against Heroic on their defense, on the most defense-biased map in the pool. Typically, it's in the 50s. Little bit of an edge. We lost Train. We've got ourselves an Ancient.
We did lose Train. We heard from Milky. Milky was like, what did he say about Train? He
missed it.
Yeah, he missed it. Some people miss it. I don't know if it's ever coming back. It's a bit like Cobble.
Cobble.
They've ruined... I don't like the new Cobble.
Cobble's weird.
Yeah, it is a bit whack. All right, well, double ops. Grim and Junior. Here we go. What have they got for us? Flashed off the line. Ultimate will have to sit and wait. No, he won't. Forward he goes. Junior with an opener. Now, this could be the comeback. 2 AWPs, both striking, both finding openings. 3-on-5 situation now.
How do you drop this ball?
Complexity for the answer in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Tune in now.
Don't miss a moment of this magic. That's a nice molly. Going to clear out both close left and right. Tidy stuff.
Dan puts it in his back pocket, and Junior puts a bullet into Milky's skull. They're still so static. Don't want to fall into any funny business. Bomb loose on ramp, and just a matter of time for Cole to extend play.
I think Zeus had a really good acronym for these type of situations, but I wish I knew it off the top of my head. But if someone could find it on Twitter, maybe somebody watching at home knows what I'm talking about, like pin it to me. But in these type of situations, just playing for info is key, right? Not being in a position where you're committed to a fight on the CT side. You play for the info. As soon as you have that info, you can drop back to more of a passive line. Give you as many opportunities to have the troops come and help you. Don't just try and fight one-on-one in an environment like this.
Yeah, and so many players now have just got to the point where this game has been out for so long that they've developed different tricks for every spot they play. You know, you look at the likes of Inters and players in general, they've just got so many little strafey, smoky reacts. Forta, what you're discussing is, you know, the theory behind holding on to the advantage whilst getting information. It can be easy to fall into that trap of just posting up, seeing the number advantage, seeing nothing on your screen, and living in that ignorance and blissful ignorance.
Yeah, I think, Ray, one of the things, when you have this massive number advantage, is always being able to trade or always being able to play off of one another, right? You don't have, your setup doesn't have to resemble that in the beginning, but once you know where they are, then it needs to, right? Then it needs to be the wombo combo of Team Counter-Strike, which is what this game is all about at the end of the day. Now, that's 1. 4 more consecutive now needed for Complexity for us to go to OT, and that's familiar territory for Ago. They've got their reps in, and they've actually gone for a buy behind these saved guns. Mac 10, a Galil, sure, it's not looking the prettiest, but they could go for an uppercut here with something a little outside of the box. So back into play we go. Round number 27 in the mix.
On the AWP. That's
he has to spawn for it.
Yeah, let's see what he can find on it. Just wanted to see if he could catch Junior going for that aggressive peek again, which is where he finds himself. AWP shot fired off, and Fiku just going to hold on to it, maybe even drop it over back to Ultimate to finish the round off.
A B-exec against double AWPs does feel like it would be nice. It's just about not giving away these 2 picks. So they've identified double AWPs as in the feed. They might need a little bit of cave space, and then they could go for a standard B set piece. They don't even need to fight Fang and Junior in mid, because they're so glued and worried about the peek out that if they were just to turn their attention towards B, it should be their round.
Yeah, Milky's so late on mid, and when it's re-smoked, he can't really stop that lane climb up. Fang's considering it. He just wants to be... Oh, they are coming through. And just not ready for that setup. Now, your mid route is cancelled unless Leeman fights his way out. Keeps him on notice. Keeps Junior and Grim's feet planted. They have got 2 on this B site now. And they can walk on in as the smokes do land. JT has delayed them and even tagged them. An equivalent exchange. Floppy, nice on the fade. That's naughty. Catches the AWP posted up on the box, and now only 3 from Ago. Piku's waiting. The Mac 10 not good enough. Leeman still good for 1.
JT's low. This can still go wrong.
It certainly can. Furlan to swing up the ramp. Leeman trying to bang as best he can to distract JT in the cubby. It's still Leeman onto Grim. They know where he is, and JT's gone too, just like that. It's spiraling, and the third map, it's all on to one. Junior to clutch, Furlan to finish it here and take us to Vertigo. Oh, and he hits it up against the AWP. It's over. Ago take a map of Pro League. Day 2, we need map 3. Big win for the Poles. And Complexity got a lot to talk about in review of their defense and the slip-ups that cost them the conversion in the 2-0. Looking forward to hearing the desk on this one. They're going to be breaking it.